Do you ever get a negative response from people from your clowning, meaning people you're trying to entertain?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Children or adults?
Mostly, well, when you say bad reactions, the bad reactions are real ones on their part. Very few are malicious. The teenagers obviously have very bad parents. Anyone who has these teenagers running loose who are up to no good, you know your kids. You know they're ornery. And you send them out there unsupervised, bad parents. You know, it's not like take the kids away from you, put you in jail for a while. I mean, come on. You're sending your kids out there, and those kids are going to look for trouble wherever. What will be a target for those kids?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, a clown, for sure.
A clown. Kids understand constraints that other people have. Kids will be ornery knowing that you're an adult and you have to behave because they're a kid, and you have to behave toward the kid even if the kid doesn't behave toward you. Very unfair system. We need a whole set of laws out there that allows you to defend yourself against ornery kids. And, I don't know, maybe even allow you to go to the kid's parents and punch them in the mouth. Hey, I can't hit your kid. I can't control your kid. I can't grab their wrists and hold them together just in a defensive mode. I can't do that. Hey, at least write a law where I can go punch the parent right in the face for what their kids are doing. Yeah, that sounds harsh, but I mean, that's emotion speaking there. Clearly, I won't go do that. That's to get you to think outside the box that's responsible for your kids. You have a target out there, a clown. And 99%, we'll just pretend with percents, of people are enjoying that experience. You're going to have a few ornery kids who come along and want to smack the clown from behind, hit the hat and the hair off of their head, try to grab their nose real fast. Some of these older clowns aren't as fast as the teenagers. I am. I've always been able to talk my way out of a lot of situations. So even with kids, sometimes I talk them out of a situation without having to growl at them. But some of these clowns, older clowns, will pursue after that kid and dress them down verbally. I haven't done that yet. I was walking along, and we need to go to a break. I was walking along a railing where there were seats on the other side of the railing. I was a little lower than them, and I was interacting with kids. I like to line them up and line up their hands and come along and give high fives to about 15 kids in a row, and it helps set them up. And then of course you act like, hey, that kid didn't participate, so you try to get them to participate, whatever. I'm along doing that, and this other, I didn't even see her. This gal, little girl, about 5 years old, grabs the hat, and the hat and the hair are attached. Grabs the hat and the hair and lifts it up off my head and then throws it to the ground. Can you imagine how much that ruined the experience for a bunch of other... You're in a big arena, thousands of kids. How much that ruins the image for those other kids. So, I try to recover to get at least the hat back on the hair. And you have to be careful because you don't want to drag it across the makeup in the front when you're trying to get set. You're covering up your own hair. You're trying to get the ears, whatever, and fluff it back out and that kind of thing. And you're pretty ruffled as well inside. Well, anyway, I look up, and about 7 rows up is the dad smiling and laughing, and she's looking at him for approval, and he's giving her all the approval, and she runs up there, and he's giving her a big hug and laughing and pointing. I went and consulted with the other clowns, and they said they would have found their way up there to that dad. And I was pretty upset about the experience, not just for me, but for the kids that had to see it.
Yeah, it's like pulling Santa Claus's spirit off.
And then for the kid that is being taught that, and then as an adult, I was just mad and wanted to go, do something about that parent.
I'm fascinated by this conversation.